This month, we're going to show you exactly what you need to do to ride Disneyland's big new ride, Rise of the Resistance. And if you don't want to go through the hassle it's going to take to get you on that ride, we're going to take you on and in all the adventures that exist in this new land called Galaxy's Edge. Rise of the Resistance opened on January 17, 2020, and due to its popularity, Disney has instituted a virtual boarding pass system so that people don't have to wait 4 or 5 hours or even longer to get on this ride. But in order to get a virtual pass, thousands of people line up every morning to make sure they are in the park before it opens. I'm going to show you what I had to do on a Sunday morning to make sure I was able to get on this ride. Well, here we go. It's March 1st, 2020. As you can see, it's pretty dark outside because we haven't had the daylight savings time kick in yet. But it's 5:54 and we're off to Disneyland. Now, why are we leaving at 5:54? Because the park opens up at 8 o'clock on the weekends. And you need to be in the parking lot by 6:30. Because if you're not there by 6:30, you might not actually be able to get in the park by 8 o'clock. So we're heading out gate 1. And it's 5:57. It should take us about 20 to 25 minutes this early in the morning to actually be at the parking lot. We'll see. Okay, we're getting close. It's 6:15. And I always take the 5 North and get off at Harbor. I think that's sort of the slickest way to get to the Mickey and Friends parking structure where we're going to park. As you can see on Sunday morning, there's not much traffic, but during the week, that's why you want to make sure you get on the road before 7 o'clock. Otherwise, you hit all that traffic to work, and it could take almost an hour to get to Disneyland. So we're off the freeway, and we're at Harbor Boulevard, and we're going to make a right when it's safe. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you how to get to the Mickey and Friends parking structure, because that's where you want to park. All right, we're going to make sure we get in the left lane. This is Ball Road. We're on Ball Road, heading towards the Mickey and Friends parking structure. Be interesting to see just how many people are already waiting before the parking structure even opens at 6:30. Now we're going to make a left turn right here. I usually get over here in the very extreme left. I don't know why I just do. I think it's a little faster. Got the green. We're going to find out real quick just how many people are getting to Disneyland way early to make sure they get this ride in. Yeah, so the parking structure doesn't even open for another 10 minutes. And people are already getting here. We'll be parking, waiting for them to open the gates. Pulling into Mickey and Friends. Look at that. That's why you get here early. All right, we got here to the structure at 6:20. So there must be at least 150 cars at 6:20, and they're just going to keep backing up behind me. This line can get really long. So hopefully you can see why you want to get here early, because people are dedicated and serious about making sure they get here early enough to get in the park by 8 o'clock so they can get their reservation to ride this amazing new ride. So I've gotten here at 7 o'clock once just to see how long it took me to get from here and parked and in the park, and it was almost an hour. Like, I barely made it in the park. It was like 7:58. and I just made it. So we're here about an hour, almost an hour and a half before you need to get in the park, and the people's adrenaline is up. You know, this is a big deal. They got here early because they want to make sure they get on the ride, and I've seen people running, you know, and even though we've got plenty of time, they still have that fear factor that they better hurry or they're not going to make it. Well, it's 6:38. We're almost there. The parking's $25, but I've got one of the more expensive annual passes, so parking's for free for me. So all I have to do is hand in my pass, and I'm good to go. But if you don't have a pass, it's going to cost you $25 to park. The beginning of this year, they actually doubled the size of this parking structure in anticipation of all the people that be coming to Disneyland to come to Star Wars Land. And I think it holds at least 10,000 cars. All right, let's see how close we get to the escalator. This is gonna be quite a walk in and of itself. Oh, he's making me go straight. Let's see if that's good. Probably not. Probably not. She's waving me. Oh, I got screwed. The very, very back. Ha! Talk about being unlucky. So one of the things you want to do when you park to make sure you remember where you parked is to take a picture with your phone. So I'm at 47F Monsters level. Okay, we're taking the escalator down to the main parking lot. Now if you want to walk, you go to the second floor and walk across the bridge. I do that all the time, but today we're going to take the tram. Oh yeah, pretty much no lines. They check every little bit of the things that you bring, because they don't want people bringing in contraband or bad things. Normally, if you get here an hour later, it's busy all the way out to here, and it might take you 10 minutes just to get your bag checked. We're going to slide right through. All right, I get to just keep going. Here we go. Got to take the camera and put it in a thing right now, so we'll pick this up on the other side. So here's our first line of the day, waiting to get on a tram. I think from where I'm at, it's going to take at least 2 trams. Let's see how long that takes. All right, looks like we'll be able to make it on this one. I think it's about 7:02. And we got a tram. They hold about 5 in a row, and I think I'm number 4. Here we go. The tram ride's actually kind of fun. All right, they're gonna get the next one. The lines are actually kind of short, considering it's 7 o'clock on a Sunday. Maybe it won't be that busy today. All right, on the tram. It's probably about a 3 or 4 minute ride. One thing about getting here early, you gotta make sure you dress warm, because it's kind of cold until maybe 9, 10 o'clock. There's nothing worse than being cold at Disneyland. Now she's in costume. I'm surprised they're letting her bring that stick in. I think if you're a kid, you get away with more stuff. But we are the early birds. I mean, this group right here got here before 6:30.
Well, no, I'm saying through security. Like, we couldn't really tell.
And it's probably 10 after 7 right now. So it's been 40 minutes just to get to this point. So it's 10 after 7, and if we're going to be pretty far back, but it takes about 20-25 minutes, even if you're at the back end of the line, to get in the park. But still, people are freaking out if this is their first time here, because you're thinking, what if I don't make it? Excuse me, can't block the thing. So look at all these people. They think they got a short line there, but you never know. I thought I'd, yeah, look at that. Here it is, 10 after 7, and there are thousands of people waiting to get into Disneyland and make sure they can ride this ride today. Okay, it's 7:15 by my watch. They normally open the gates at 7:30, and from right here it takes about 20 minutes. All right, it's 7:26. So it's going to take me almost an hour from 6:30 to 7:30 to, and that was getting here 10 minutes before the parking structure opened to make it in the park. Here we go. Another exciting day at Disneyland. Here we go. Thank you.
Hello.
And she's fired up. Here we go. Everybody's made it. We're all here. We're going to go up to the front and I'm going to show you about rope drops. So let's see how many people are actually wandering down Main Street. It's not too bad. A month and a half ago, this would have been wall-to-wall people, and it's just semi-wall-to-wall people. They have, I think it's about 100 people in each boarding group, though that's kind of top secret, I'm just guessing. And they guarantee they're going to do 80 groups because the ride breaks down. And that's like 8,000 people. And this park holds like 40,000. And then on a good day, they can do about 140 groups. So I always try to that's why you get here early and do it right at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I've gotten group number 8 or 16, and we'll see what happens today. One thing I'm noticing is that everybody's pretty calm, whereas 6 weeks ago, like, the nervous anticipation was palpable. Maybe these people have done it a bunch of times, but the thing of it is, you can only ride it once a day. It's really hard to tell just how far back this goes. It could go all the way to the main entrance, but I doubt it today. But I've seen it go back that far. Alright, this is rope drop. Everybody's all excited. Here we go. It's 5 to 8. We're just gonna grab a bench and sit and get this ticket. I want to get run over.
I thought this would be open.
Oops. Here we go. I'm just going to grab this bench, sorry. We want to just make sure we get a ticket. We'll take a video of all these thousands of people. She's all happy. Look at that. What matters is you are ready to get on your app and get that boarding pass. That is a ton of people. These people are smart. They're going to sit on the bench and do it. I'll go over here. Alright, I'm going to shut down the video so I can focus on getting us a boarding pass. It's 7:59 and I've opened up my Disney app on my phone. In order to get a boarding pass to ride Rise of the Millennium, I need to push the Find Out More button at exactly 8 o'clock and click the Join Boarding button right away. As you can see, that took me 4 seconds, and hey, I got group number 15. So the whole reason I showed you the beginning part of this video is you need to be ready to go right at 8 o'clock because they only guarantee the first 80 groups will actually be able to ride the ride, and anything after 80 is a backup. And as you can see, this woman was just seconds after me, and she got 120, and who knows if she'll even be able to ride the ride. So you've got to be poised and ready, because in less than a minute... What group did you get? This thing sells out. Wow, and you were just like 40 seconds after me.
I got it before, like, 36.
I was 15.
It said no new guests allowed.
Wow.
It, like, blocked me.
Do you have an Android or an Apple? That's so random. Are you kind of bummed out?
Yeah.
Because that could be like 9, 10 o'clock. Wow. You could, how far do you live?
Santa Ana, 20 minutes away.
Oh, yeah, go home and come back if you want.
Yeah.
Well, we got lucky today. The lady next to me got group 120. I don't know how that happened. We're 15. We're happy. And 15 should board by 9 o'clock. We'll see. It's just nice to get that right out of the way because you're sitting around waiting, and but sometimes it doesn't really get operating fully until 9 o'clock. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Woohoo! If you get the Max Pass, they'll take your picture for free all over the park. So that family's getting a professional picture from the Disneyland photographer. And that's worth a lot of money, man. They're gonna have that picture forever. You just gotta get your picture taken. In front of the castle? Totally fun. This is the east entrance. We're about ready to enter. I hope you're excited. If you've never seen this before, it should be a treat. This is one of 3 entrances. And the goal with this was to spend $1 billion and let you venture into some other planet. And here we go. We are entering Galaxy's Edge. Okay, there's a starfighter. We're going to show you a video from the one in Florida where they have kind of a show, and I have yet to see a show here, but that, ooh, look at that. I've yet to see the show here, but that doesn't mean they won't start one.
Nice blaster. Stormtrooper, standard issue. Nice. Now, next up.
Hold it right there.
Oh!
Don't move.
Power running!
Resistance scum. Hostile contact Sector 3. Requesting backup.
You don't know who you're messing with.
I'm Maradi.
Okay.
You were the one on our ship.
You see, that's where I park my TIE Echelon. So simple mistake.
Was it though? Because you see, a data card was stolen with some classified material.
Sounds embarrassing.
One of General Organa's best, if I'm not mistaken. However, given the situation, perhaps I am.
No, you had it right. Thanks for the blaster.
The location of Organa's new base. You will give me answers, or I will take them. Your choice.
Oh, that's a tough one. 2 great options. I need a minute.
Wrong choice.
The resistance is not one place. It's alive, it's everywhere, we will rise against you.
No. Against me. You will fall. You fight for a hopeless cause.
No! We fight for hope! And that we will not lose!
Look at what's left. You have nothing. And you risk everything. Why?
We risk all we have because of what we will win!
Sir, there's an incident on the destroyer.
We're safe. For now. But this fight goes on. And so do we. resistance is all of us. All who fight for justice and freedom in the galaxy. By joining us today, you have joined the fight. And together, we will rise against the First Order. Ignite the spark!
So it's kind of cool, but I've wandered around this so many times, you really don't even know what's what. You just sort of stumble on stuff. It looks pretty good. But I want to see R2-D2s and 3CPOs and stuff, and you don't see too much of that going on. Oh, I know what this is. This is Olga's Cantina. You have to actually get a reservation about a month ahead of time. And this is a line at 8:10 in the morning to get into this bar. And they give you 45 minutes to eat and have all kinds of adult beverages.
It's the Duro Droids with Beep Boop Bop.
So we're waiting for our boarding pass to get called, and it's about 8:25 and they haven't called anybody yet, so hopefully they start calling groups soon. See, these are cast members. They look pretty cool. They all get to wear neat outfits. It'd be fun to be a cast member in this land. So this is the only sit-down restaurant, if you would call it that, in Galaxy's Edge, and I haven't had any of the food yet. And they give it kind of funky foreign names like Andorian fried chicken, Tip Yep, and smoked Kadu pork ribs, and Yo shrimp noodle salad, and Andorian roasted chicken salad, and Batuan beef pot roast, and Felucian Kita and hummus garden spread. It just doesn't sound too appealing. And then you can get your expensive foreign drinks that probably set you back $7. So the inside's pretty cool, but I hardly ever see anybody sitting in here. And they do serve breakfast. They got this breakfast platter. Was only on the weekends, but now with spring break coming up, you can get that, so that's good. They got plenty of Star Wars action figures for you and the kids. Or you can get a stuffed Star Wars animal. I think I'll pass on those too. They're not selling these speeders, but I bet you if they did, there'd be a ton of people that spend a lot of money to have one of those in their house. So this all looks pretty good, but once you go through it once, you're like, okay, been there, done that. There's really no reason for me to walk through here ever again, as far as I'm concerned. There he goes. There's a Wookiee with a female warrior. I forget her name, Rey or something. I think we need one of these in Laguna Woods. Now that'd be funny.
Oh, wait. Just a moment. Excellent. Keep them in line. This outpost has enough troublemakers. That is affirmative.
He looked a little scared. Alright, for all of us old school people, this looks like the kind of cruiser that Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi were cruising around in the very first Star Wars. So this is where you can assemble and build your own little droid, and they're about $107 out the door. So it's kind of fun for the kids, but I don't know if they're worth the money. There's one. I don't think you're supposed to do it. See, she took it out of the box. I think they have laws and rules against it, but hey, good for us. There's your $109 robot with remote control. So that's kind of a pulled back look into the entrance of the bazaar, and it looks great from here. They certainly did a good job with the architecture, but it's too bad it's boring. Alright, we're strolling down the pathway to Rise of the Resistance, listening to the strange creature sounds that I never noticed before. Hey, look at that! They're gonna sell you some more gear. We'll take a quick peek. Oh, that looks interesting. Ooh, a backpack. And some sort of jacket. That's kind of cool. Get a Resistance backpack and a water jug and a cool hat. I'm sure they're like only $25-50 each. So this is the entrance to Rise of the Resistance. And it is not operating yet. We're at about 8:40.
Who picked these two droids anyway? Priority alert. Detachment team completed. There they are! Fire!
We're in trouble.